English language is considered one of the richest languages in the world. If you are interested to know what are the processes that are involved in the word formation, this video can be helpful for you. I am Afifa Sara, and in this video I am going to talk about formation of the word formation and the processes that are involved in this word formation. What is word formation? This is a process of formation of word simply. This is word formation. And why is it still in the process? Because this is a process that's still in continuation, because language is considered the dynamic process, and the new inventions, the thing and material products are also um, in change. That's why we can say that this is the process is in continuation, because language usage changes with the passage of time. Like the language that classical poets use, or the classical writer have used in their work, is now considered absolute. So it depends upon the word usage. Borrowing, this is the first process of formation of word. Borrowing means actually borrowing word from the foreign language, and we use them into our own language. So most of the words that we have borrowed are the noun, and some of them are verb and adjective. Examples, like from the Greek we have borrowed the word pneumonia, panorama, psychoanalysis, and from the French, bureau, cafe, chauffeur. From Hindi, jungle, pajama, veranda, yoga, pundit, cheetah. These are an example of the borrowing, in which we actually borrowed word without taking into account their meaning and their translation. We directly use them into our own native language. Compounding is the joining of the new two separate words to produce a single form is compounding. It's a combination. For example, common English compounds are bookcase, doorknob, fingerprints. These are an example of the compounding. And like adjective, good looking, old fashioned, well known. These are also example of compounding, in which we simply combined two words together. On the other hand, blending is also just like compounding, but it is more developed and advanced or developed step of compounding, in which we do not only simply combine two words together, rather we combine the first part of the first word, and then we combine it with the ending of the second word. For example, from the verb we have taken this first part, and then from the nar we combine it with the verb to make it webinar. Similarly, we take br from the breakfast, and then unch from the lunch to make it brunch. And similarly, the case with the mortal and small. This is an example of the blending, in which we combine first part of the word, starting of the first word, and then combine it with the ending of the second word. This is all about blending. So the fourth process of the word formation is clipping. Clipping means to cut short. Clip means it's a reduction that involves shortening of the polysyllables. Like this is the word that is composed of the different syllables, like there is a tally and phone, but we clip this word into as tally. So this is an example of clipping. Breakfast into breaky. This is an example of clipping, in which we have clipped this polysyllabic word into single syllabic. And from handkerchief to hanky, this is an example of clipping. So clipping means to cutting short of the polysyllabic word. This is called clipping. So the fifth process of the word formation is back formation. Back formation, as the name indicates, that in this process we move towards the back. Means this is a noun, like emotion. We move towards the back. We cut the shun ion part of it to make it emote. Similarly, from option we move towards the back. Means from this part we are taking this part as a start and this part as an end. We move towards the end. Similarly, enthusiasm, and we cut this part and remove this part and move towards the back. We make from the noun enthusiasm to enthusiasm. Similarly, promotion, to promote, and editor, to edit. This is an example of back formation. This is a kind of the reduction, reduction of the noun to form the verb, and this is a specialized kind of the reduction process. Sixth process that we are going to study is conversion. Conversion means it involves the change of the category. There is a change of the category without reduction process. Unlike the process that we have discussed, this process doesn't involve reduction. Means it doesn't involve cutting of the part of the words. Rather, it involves only the category change. That's why it's also called category change or the functional shift. For example, she put orange juice into the bottle. Here the bottle is taken as noun, but when we say she bottled the orange juice, this is we use bottle as a verb. So from bottle to bottled is an example of conversion. Similarly, from microwave to microwaved is also conversion, because Ali bought a microwave. This is the noun. We used microwave as a noun, and when we say she microwaved the rice, this is a verbal statement that shows the microwave is being used as a verb. So this is an example of conversion. And next, onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia, this is a special type of the word formation that depicts the sound associated word what is named. Means it shows the sound of some animals or something which is associated particularly to it. For example, the sound of the shoes, that in English is commonly written as flip flap, and the sound of the cow, which we commonly write as moo, and similarly the sound of the train like cuckoo. This is all shows different sound associated with a particular thing. So this is an example of onomatopoeia, and this is also a word formation process in which we associate sound to the particular things. Coinage. This is one of the least common processes, and this is an invention of a totally new terms. Is called coinage. Coinage is the mostly source of the coin. Mostly the companies, different companies give name to the different products, and this is how coinage comes into from the coinage new names of the different products comes into existence. For example, aspirin, Vaseline, nylon, Xerox, these are an example of the coinage. These are the names that are given by the different companies. This is coinage. Next, eponym. Eponym is to give name, is the process in which we give name to the things on the basis of the name of the person or the place. For example, sandwich, the word that sandwich we use is actually originated from the Earl of the Sandwich. He was a person who first insisted on having bread and meat together while gambling. That's why this sandwich was the name sandwich, the word sandwich was originated. Similarly, jeans, which is an Italian city from where this cloth was first made, and Fahrenheit, this is he was a German scientist on the name of which this unit was named. Derivation. Derivation is considered one of the most common process of the word formation, and in which derivational affixes means suffixes or prefixes are attached to the basis of the word to create new words. So derivation simply means addition of the words, addition of the prefix or suffix to make the new words. For example, we can take one base word hope, and we can attach some suffix to it like less. We can also attach full to it like hopeful, and we can also attach some other words as well to make it a new word. So base is the one, and we can attach different suffixes and prefixes to make it the new word. And the same can be taken into account like loyal and regular. Such bases can also be changed into other forms. So this is the most common process of the word formation. The last process that we are going to discuss is Acronyms are also called abbreviations. Like we take the first word of different terms, like personal identification number, we taken from P from the personal, I from identification, and N from the number, like pin. And similarly ATM, which is an automatic teller machine. And this is also example UNESCO, which is which is an abbreviation acronyms of United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. So this is how acronyms are also involved in the formation of a new word. This was all about word formation.